The playoffs are here. We made it. You know, again, still 0 positive tests for coronavirus in the NBA bubble. I mean, life is good in the NBA realm. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, with the playoffs starting, we have to obviously talk about, you know, these series and whatnot. So let's start off with the first round, of course. Now, so game 1 already occurred for each series and whatnot, and we witnessed the Bucks lose game 1, and we witnessed the Lakers lose game 1. Both number 1 seeds.
Also, by the way, by the time you see this, game 2 happened for half the series too.
Yeah, for a few of them.
Yeah, for the first set.
Yeah,
definitely.
For the first set.
And so that was the first time that, you know, both number 1 seeds have lost the game 1 in the first round since 2003.
Yep, 02-03.
Where the Spurs went on to win the championship from there. Now, but obviously this is not 2003.
And I think Pistons.
You know,
wasn't it
Pistons, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
the other team was the Pistons.
No, it was
the Spurs and the Pistons, but the
Yeah.
Spurs won.
Finals.
Oh,
think
like
finals.
Oh no,
They were
it was
05.
the Nets.
They were 05.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nets
there you
went to
go,
the
see.
finals that year. And but yeah, so do the Lakers or the Bucks have to worry at all?
I don't think for this series, but they definitely got like worries for next series when it gets actually tougher.
Why is that?
Because I think
besides the fact that it gets tougher.
I think they're still good enough that they're gonna win this series.
Yeah.
But the next up is when it's really gonna be stiff competition. Like they can afford kind of having like an off game in this round because they should be able to beat the team. But next round, one mess up like this can cost you.
Right.
Because it raises up.
Okay. So out of the two, which one? Out of the two, which one of those teams has the harder road through the first round?
The Lakers.
Like,
100%.
Yeah.
No question.
Because of the matchup?
Yeah, well, just because all the teams that are in the West, like, that they're going to have to, like, I don't know if I sent you guys it, but if favorites win, and obviously, right now, it kind of looks like it. Obviously, the Mavericks are up right now, but expectation is the Clippers win.
Right.
That they have to go through the Blazers, the Rockets, and then the Clippers at the end. And then they would meet whoever's on the East. But the Bucks, I mean, like, look who they're playing right now. Like, there's no contest, like, realistically. The Blazers being an 8 seed, they're not an 8 seed. Like, you know what I mean? That team's not an 8 seed. And that's why they beat the Lakers yesterday. But well, no, I wouldn't even say that. The Lakers beat themselves almost yesterday because they shot so bad.
Oh, I read something. It was like the single worst, most bad luck shooting game since like 2013. Since they started keeping some track.
Were they top 5? That was top 5 performance in Lakers history.
They were literally 5 of 27 from pretty much open threes.
It's crazy, bro.
And they went 5 of 32, so they only had 5 threes that weren't open.
And I will say this: if the Lakers are shooting good, I think obviously, you know, they'll win the game. But the Blazers didn't shoot good either. Okay. I think they just hit the most important ones.
I mean,
at the end.
that and Dame and CJ shot good.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think it'll be easy. But this is what you want, man.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just running through teams, like,
it's pretty boring.
Yeah,
you know,
and you're
the past
not battle
few years,
tested.
watching the Warriors, the Cavs. You know,
though Cavs the last year definitely were not running through nobody.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, it tests you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you lead yourself to the finals without tests, like, I think that more than anything, it's good for Anthony Davis to face adversity immediately.
Yeah, for the latter years after LeBron and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, you need to be able to handle those things, and obviously when the Lakers, you know, do what they do, which I still got them in 6. You know what I mean? And if it's 5. I'll be shocked if they run the tables with 5, but you know.
What do you have the Bucks at?
5. I don't think there's another game.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, see, the Magic. Magic scored 120. They can't put up that many
They can't
points.
keep doing that. I mean, but the Bucks defense is real
that
suspect
was the biggest
right
issue.
now.
Yeah, but
it's been suspect the entire time. It's not like they've improved or anything.
But also, I mean, the Bucks have one of the best offenses in the league, so their best is gonna be hard for Magic just to match up with regular.
I just don't see it.
So let alone that expecting them to slow down like that, because they're both teams, like the Lakers and Bucks, they're gonna have a game right now where they're gonna go hot and it's like, oh.
I feel like the Bucks' offense is so good because of their defense. You know, obviously
scores in transition majority of the time. We see what happens in half court sets. Obviously,
they're getting turnovers, so it leads to that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of issues in which they have to figure out. But I mean,
also I think personally
they got to
the Bucks
figure that out
took it
ASAP.
like took it like, oh, whatever, it's Magic. Like
I think they've taken the whole bubble.
Really,
I think they've taken the whole bubble like that.
Also, I think the biggest thing with them too is that if you notice, they're like the only two teams that didn't come in with really much games to like that mattered.
Yeah.
And everybody else in the playoffs did.
Yeah, they had so much that mattered for season.
But I feel like the Lakers used the time better than the Bucks did. And granted, that's because like the Lakers had to acclimate pieces in, which just blows the hell out of your mind to say that Dion Waiters plays 1 minute last night. But it is what it is, right, at this point. But it didn't make sense because it looked like they were trying to get them acclimated into the Lakers rotation, and then what the.
And they just pulled them out and whatnot.
But for the Bucks' sake, it was like kind of the same guys the whole way through. So I feel like they really, really, really did not care.
Right.
And it's showing. So.
Yeah, and especially they're going through some internal things. You know what I'm saying? With Giannis getting that ejection, the headbutt, that was completely out of character and whatnot. But let's go ahead and move on to the next series, Raptors and Nets. Is that going to be a sweep?
Yes. 100%.
They played them tough, and I thought that it'd be a series where they play them tough for all 4 games. They got blown out first game, but
I think they gave them their best shot today.
Yeah. That's
literally
pretty much
it was their best shot.
So the Raptors have looked like one of the best teams since the bubble too. So
yeah, I would say they look like the best team.
That looks like the one series where I feel confidence, like for sure sweep.
Yeah. All right, no need to say any more about that.
We'll come back second round.
So let's go to a more intriguing series, probably the most intriguing series right now, at least in my opinion, the Jazz and Nuggets.
After today's game,
Yeah, so they actually did play game 2 earlier today. So, and the Jazz tied it up with a 20-point victory. 24-point victory.
I think it was like 129.05.
Yeah, which they needed to do that to send a message to let the Nuggets know that
this is
what happened last game was y'all got lucky.
Yeah,
and
going into the game, I thought this series would go like 5.
Yeah,
Utah just did not look good, and Denver looked like they were rolling. But
Donovan Mitchell has been really tearing it up.
They have no guards.
Yeah, I do think a lot of what's gonna take play though is like Denver trying to figure it out, because like it's kind of hard to have a guy like Michael Porter like come where he's came and then like automatically like just fit
be your number 2.
Yeah, and he's in his double whammy because he's so bad at defense right now too. He's like Luka, like one of the where you hunt him every time you go down. That's what they're doing on him. So
but offensively,
so it's hard for him to stay on. Yeah, that's the bad part. You try to like live and die, but they don't have necessarily like a defensive anchor that can like help him.
Right.
Because Joker ain't necessarily.
Every team that has a really good offensive player that isn't that good at defense, every successful team, I should say, they also have
they can hide
somebody on the other side that kind of counteracts it. With
you're supposed to be able to hide guys,
and it has to be usually your big guy,
i.e. Stephen Clay.
Well, and also like I know when I text you guys today, like Bobo just not playing at all.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he looked good. I figured he'd play.
I thought he would get like some type of minutes during.
Yeah, that was weird.
You would think so. And the Nuggets looked really good when they had him play.
Yeah, I mean, I just figure a couple of minutes, if anything. Like even
and not like he looked bad. He looked good. So why not?
He looked in shape,
right?
So
like,
that confuses me. But you got to find a way to stop Donovan Mitchell. And if you can't do that, then it might be a long series.
Also got to find a way to stop Jordan Clarkson off the bench.
Yeah, killer.
Yeah, that's why he's first of all, he's leaving Utah. He's not staying in racist ass Utah. I don't care what y'all say about Utah. Kyle Korver came out and said how bad Utah is. He's waiting to leave. But he's about to give himself a nice little contract. He's been really good all year.
Okay.
One of the best 6 men. Period.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. And he had 26 tonight.
He helped. He's been helping Mitchell a lot. That's why they were looking good once they got him.
I think his thing is like once he's like full blown like confidence, like he knows he has a green light. He's good. Like he's just good to go.
You gotta hope he hits the first couple shots, because watching Clarkson, if he misses the first 2, just know he's off the rest of the night.
It's a bad game.
It don't matter. He'll miss mid range. He'll miss everything.
I remember when he first came out with you guys. I thought he was set to be a superstar because of the triple doubles and stuff he was putting down. I used to think like it was about to be really.
And he was second round pick. I think that's why everybody called him a spreader. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I had no idea. But let's go ahead and move on to another sweep alert. Sixers and Celtics.
Oh yeah.
I think after today's. I was like, okay, they're gonna be swept.
Embiid.
Because I felt like even though Embiid gave 34 and 10, like he was like, huh.
Yeah, he didn't
try
good.
it all.
He didn't look good. He didn't
try it all defense.
Yeah, I mean he had to do so much offensively.
Yeah.
But when it comes to playoff time, you can't excuse that no more. You gotta still give effort.
I think once Ben got hurt, it was like,
that's what
you know what I'm saying. Like I really
they lost their creator.
Yeah, I don't think he even. If they would have Ben, I think he probably go as hard as he possibly can, like something you see with the Raptors series. But now, man, it just kind of sucks. I think that ruined it all, realistically. Like, the series was set to be a really good one to me.
Yeah.
So and what I got from the Celtics is I think they're not obviously not. I don't think they're gonna have a problem during this matchup, but I think they're gonna need a big man down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Because
will.
you can see how much
You can see
it
it,
hurts
yeah.
them.
Yeah, but I mean, Robert Williams is he's a growing piece in their roster. So
You got Ty starting, but it's just
He won't be
it's
ready right
bad.
now, though. That's the problem.
not right now, but
right now in this playoff, like the matchups that they could face down the road could get ugly. I
Right.
don't know for sure, but it could get ugly.
so who do you guys have? Well, how many games do you guys have this series going into? Is it going to be a sweep, or do you have Sixers pulling out one or two?
I'll go sweep. They look like they quit today. They're like, we're ready just to go.
I'll try to give them one game, and
Okay.
that's me just being optimistic, only because they do still have talent.
Yeah.
And I agree with Juan saying, like, how they look like when Joel Embiid's body language is like that, it scares me because it makes me feel like you're gonna get swept.
Yeah.
But I think off the strength of, like, I would hope that Tobias Harris has one big game too.
Yeah, it's
Like,
I
I
would
would
think
hope
he had
one.
I think they're going to win the next game.
The Sixers.
Yeah. It's going to go to 5, but Sixers will get the
Right.
next game.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask. Nuggets and Jazz, who do you guys having winning that series?
I'll go Nuggets in 6.
Nuggets in 6.
And I would not be surprised at 7. With the
I'll
way
say
they're playing
Nuggets
them.
in 7 myself.
They're just a better team. Like, I'm going 7.
This is a deeper team, you know.
I'm going 7. And I'm just gonna take the Jazz just because I know, like, Donovan would do something crazy if
he
they
got
do
the 7,
win
yeah.
the 7. You know,
Yeah.
I think, but I know the better team is. It's the Nuggets. It's no doubt in my mind.
Got you.
Yeah.
Now let's go on to an interesting rivalry, in Miami and Indiana. So, Jimmy Butler, he got the first laugh. You know, in this series.
And I wonder why he hates TJ Warren. He's like the quietest dude, like introvert. I'm like,
It was just that.
how'd you
It was-
get into it?
It was definitely
That
yeah.
instance kills it, really.
Yeah.
But he did give him praise, though, in a post-game presser. He said, like, he's been playing amazing, but he thinks that they have the pieces to go ahead and stop him. So it was like,
Yeah, I
not too
think.
bad.
I think.
you know, I don't think.
Yeah.
That's cool that he's showing respect.
The last interview was
that's when I'd be
obviously,
like, all right.
you know, in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, because it should just be like on the basketball court.
Yeah.
It
I think
shouldn't be,
that's
like,
what it
nothing
is.
personal off
I-
of that.
I don't think it's to the point, though, like CP3 said this week where he's going to reach out for his daughter's birthday. Like, I don't think he would talk to him like that. But if it was,
Definitely not.
he wouldn't, like, it's not like,
worse than that.
it's like fade on sight.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming they might have walked past
No,
each
it's
other.
not fade on
Yeah,
site for
yeah.
sure. No, it's
Nah,
definitely
nothing
not.
like that.
They're grown
Yeah.
men. They play basketball. They know what this is about. But who do you guys have winning that series? I got Miami in 5.
I'll go
If
Miami
that.
in 6.
Yeah.
I do think they can get 2 though.
I got
Yeah.
5 as well, Miami.
It's hard to see Indiana winning more than one game
I think Miami
without
looks,
Victor Oladipo.
Miami looks one of Indiana looks like one of the worst teams, like, in general to me. Like,
Yeah.
only because
If TJ's
I
not
feel
going
like
crazy.
Oladipo's not ready at all.
Well, he's hurt now.
Yeah, and
His
I
eye.
mean, well, I mean, like, even the times that he was playing, though,
Yeah.
everything's off the front of the rim. Like I was telling you guys, looked like he
Yeah.
lacked legs.
He can at least
Sabonis.
be like a decoy, though, you know,
Something.
in ways, and help TJ, you know, get
he's
more
a
open
better player.
shots.
He's a better player than how he's playing. Period.
Yeah,
Like, there's no way
definitely.
around it. Oladipo's better than what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then having Sabonis be out, like, that doesn't help. TJ Warren probably isn't even fully healthy. Not to excuse his
Yeah,
play.
he got kind of banged up too. I remember.
Yeah, once they
were-
disclosed his injury.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't even think. And Miles Turner.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God, he is one of the, like, because in the matchup for him and Bam is, like,
Yeah.
by far the worst.
It's obvious that the Pacers, you know, between Sabonis and Miles, Sabonis is the guy to keep between them.
Hell,
It's
not even
obvious.
close.
It's obvious
Yeah,
now.
It's not even close.
You know what
But
I'm
they
saying?
need those guys, man. If Sabonis plays,
Yeah.
and I feel like the team still got to be fully healthy. I don't think they're healthy either. Like, I really don't. I don't
Yeah.
think a lot of these guys are healthy at all. So, you know, to their default, if they get one game,
Yeah.
if because Miami looks good.
They look really good.
Yeah.
So you mentioned CP3 and James Harden.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that series. OKC, Houston. So game 1, OKC looked real flat. CP3
You
got
could tell it
locked
was a lot of
up.
those dudes' first playoff games.
Shai got
And
locked
actually, it
up.
counts. Both teams did look flat because we,
Yeah.
you know, we were texting the whole time while we were watching. It was about 12-9. That's
Right.
when I said, you know, once
Oh,
they
in the
start
beginning,
hitting
yeah.
shots,
Yeah, they
once
were
they start
broke.
hitting shots, it's gonna get ugly. And granted,
Right.
But then again, you talk about the youth of OKC is like, yeah, you know, it's tough, man. You got a guy like Shai getting his first time in, and it'd be the bubble. I don't know if those things affect these guys,
Yeah.
but They have a lot of youth, man. I like Baisley. Like, I like these guys, but, I think
It's a
Russ
different
being
game
out could
in playoffs.
be an advantage right now, realistically. You ain't got to deal with – you don't have to deal with the guy who just can't shoot. Like, literally just
Yeah, but Russ he's had such a good year with Houston.
He has. I'm just saying, I don't know if it could be a disadvantage. You plug him in, you think it's automatically blowout.
Yeah.
I don't think so, I think that could slow him, maybe make it a little bit worse, but I was gonna give you my prediction already.
Yeah, give it to me.
I'd probably say max. This goes 6.
Houston in 6. That's what you got.
Max. It could go 5.
Okay, what you got?
I'll say preface this by saying if they look really good game 2/win, I do think it'll still go 7. If they look kind of like I think it goes 5.
Okay.
Yep.
But Houston is gonna win?
Houston winning probably both times. I'll lean towards.
I'm really
James
interested
Harden.
on knowing if Russell Westbrook's gonna be back at any time in the series since we don't know the status of.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I haven't really given my prediction for any of these series, but let me just say I'm gonna go ahead and stick with OKC.
Okay.
In 7. If
That means Shai
if
gets
it
off,
gets
I
to
think.
7,
Yeah,
that means Shai gets off.
Shai has to be
Yeah.
killing for that to happen for me.
definitely. But so
It's possible. It's
we're gonna
young.
see
It was his first game, so we'll see. He
A
should
couple of
bounce back.
jitters. That happens with all these guys.
hit
I
me up
feel.
on Twitter after game 2. I might have a different opinion.
That's another thing too. Is there's a lot of new guys in playoffs that we don't talk about. As much as they want to talk about the bubble atmosphere being so different, obviously it is, but they understand what's behind it. It's still playoffs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One more series, Clippers and Mavs. So
These referees are some hoes.
right, I was about to say the first thing. Let me say,
Why y'all
hopefully these
ruined a
refs let them
perfectly
play.
good first game?
Yeah.
Hopefully they let them play.
Like
moving
how y'all
forward.
so bad this
They're up
whole
5.
bubble,
They're up
and it's
5
and
right
it's
now.
supposedly the best 20 refs.
The Clippers.
No, the
Mavs?
Mavs are up 5 at half.
So who you guys have winning the series?
I think Game 1 ruined it. Like even if it had potential to go 7, I think it was over then. They're up 5 right now. That's what I just checked. So them being up 5, the Clippers will make a push and they'll win this game tonight. Like in my opinion. Now if they don't, obviously I'll open it up to. Sheesh. I don't know, man.
So we all have the Clippers winning the series, I
Yes.
assume, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Just depends on the time frame, right?
Yes.
I think that killed them. It's gonna end up being like 5.
I got Clippers
but-
at 5.
But the way they're bouncing back, if they hold on, I do think
This
they can go
one-
6 or 7.
This one
Yeah.
does. So this one
Because
tonight.
it seems like they're gonna play them tough every single game.
That's what it looks like. Luka's
Yeah.
Which
just
I
gonna-
wasn't expecting.
Luka's just gonna make it that
Mhm.
close.
Like
every
he's
time.
proven like, oh no, I'm really
And
this good.
Not to
Yeah.
tail off on it, I'm just impressed by the fact that 2 of the best wing defenders in the NBA play on this team, and he's still
Doing his
unfazed.
thing.
And it's not even that
course.
Marcus Morris too. Like he
Yeah.
has 3 guys on him for all 48 minutes, and
Yeah.
he's still just getting.
switches everywhere.
And you saw he struggled earlier for game 1, had all those turnovers, and then look what he ended up finishing with.
40 points.
That's how you bounced
40
45.
Yeah. No, I'll take them.
Double-double.
I got the Clippers in 5, but it's one of those series where it's like it's in 5, but it doesn't never felt like 5. You know what I mean? Like tonight, if they're gonna play them like that, I'm assuming this game's gonna come down to the end too.
Yeah, I
But
feel
Game 1 kills confidence. You
Right.
cannot throw
that's
Porzingis out.
such a
Like,
dagger because you're like, we could have won.
Yeah.
Especially the fact that they only won by like 8. They're like, in
It's
their
8
head
points.
they're gonna be like,
It's 8 points.
KP right there. That's-
And a lot
We
of
got
people
it.
were saying when he was
And you
thrown
saw
out,
third
like,
quarter,
he
they-
wasn't playing that amazing. He had like
they
14
killed that
points.
momentum in that third
Right.
quarter. They barely scored like 13 points, and they were killing
He
every other
had
quarter.
like 14 when he was thrown out.
Yeah, he had like
And-
14 and 7.
And they
or
made it
something.
seem like he wasn't playing great. I think he was shooting like 3 of 9 or something like that.
Yeah,
but
he
it's
wasn't-
Porzingis, and
Yeah.
he's like
It's the
he's a
threat
tough matchup
on
for
top
them.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a tough matchup for them, Blue. Like he really is a tough
For anybody.
matchup.
He
bro.
should be able to cook.
Yeah,
Him-
for
Should
sure.
be. He's gonna be cooking them.
Like
Clippers.
Boban's already a tough matchup for the Clippers, so
Yeah.
you add KP as well. That's just the good.
I think they personally, like I told you guys, I think they ruined the series.
right.
Mhm.
Literally, I think they
All
ruined
right,
it.
Clippers in 5.
Yeah, I'll do Clippers at 5, depending who wins. Then
6
if they win, I go 6.
Got you. Okay, go ahead, drop a comment below. Let us know what you guys think about each and every one of these series, or just pick your favorite one with your favorite team, whatever you want to do. But let us know. Okay, we want to know.
Down below.
You
dude.
know, if you
Down
got
below.
if somehow, some way you got the Nets beating the Raptors, we want to know.